Hey, these are the results of Radaddel in Germany. Let me take you to my PowerPoint in just a sec. Here we go. So you can see the hall where it was held. In the end, I think they had 20 players. The Gumby player, the TOs, had to step in and play the final position, so everyone got a match. And you can see the tables here. They are pretty nice. A little open for my taste, but, within reason. And very nice looking scenery. So, the event itself was 1,100 points. You had 20 players, and it was armies off, basically. So, the only armies that could take rulebook armies were the ones who didn't have an army book. And Manuel won it. He came first, and he had a 21 order dice MSU list, which was very unusual. I guess just looking at lists, I would not have thought that this was the list to win it, but knowing who was piloting the list made all the difference. He had a couple of multi-rocket launchers, he had a couple of heavy autocannons, and he had Crusader AAs. A very nice, very unusual British list, and you can go and watch my review of that list. I already talked about it yesterday. In second place, we had Ben, who had a 15 order dice MSU American armored list. Then Fabian came third with his 16 order dice mixed Japanese list. Stefan had a 15 order dice mixed bombardment Soviets, I guess I call it. He came fourth, and then Martin was fifth with his 18 order dice Japanese horde. So 2 Japanese armies in the top 5. Very, very unusual. Very well done, gents. Very well done. I think we're seeing a slight resurgence in Japan and in their in how well they're doing. We have had people who've been championing and doing well with Japan, but this tournament in Germany was one of the places where we've seen many people bring Japan, and they did more than average well, and some of them, top 5, which is brilliant. My guesses had been for Manuel, Dominic, and August, Tadeo, and these 3 came first, 6th, and 8th. I don't know exactly what happened, but I am guessing that that Dominic and August just got pushed down in the final matches, more or less. It is what happens. And maybe there was even submarining going on. Maybe they, submarined up. I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't really tell you. But they didn't do enough to land themselves in the top 5 as I had predicted. Though I did pick the winner. The takeaways from me is that there are some things that I was watching for that are still inconclusive. For instance, order dice. How many order dice do you take to end up in the top 10? And the top 10 had between 15 and 21 order dice. So the only lower order dice count for this tournament was 14. Nobody who took 14 came top 10. Make of that what you will. I don't think that is conclusive, and I think you can take a broad spectrum of order dice counts and still do fairly well. Bombardment lists. These came anywhere from between 1st and 19th. So again, your guess is as good as mine. I think further analysis of the lists might be warranted if we want to read something into that. What about nations? Well, all of the nations that I sort of covered, Germany, the UK, the Soviets, the Americans, all of that, they all came, top to bottom, 1 to 19th, more or less. So again, nothing really stands out. Maybe Japan did a little better than average. Is that conclusive? No, but it is a hint that there may be something in Japan. Armor, though, that is conclusive. If you took armor, meaning if you had 4 or 5 pieces of armor in your list, you did better than average. All the lists that took 4 to 5 pieces of armor came top half. So that is very, very clear. Company commanders also did better than average. Is this very clear? Maybe. For this one tournament, it was. I think my interpretation is that company commanders are good if you have the right build for them. Not that company commanders will make any build better, right? So in this tournament, all the people who took the company commanders obviously had the right build for it and obviously did well. Because they were all top, I can't remember if it was top third or top half, something like that. So that's pretty conclusive that if you have the right build for it, then the company commander will make you better. And I think the right build is to find something that benefits from Snap 2, basically. So thank you so much, Sebastian and Thomas, the TOs, for the event. And I'll be looking forward to seeing if some of these results can be replicated and if we can sort of confirm some of the ideas that we have from this tournament. See you next time. Cheers.